In 2025, two out of the three new cars sold in mainland China will feature SAE Level 2 self driving capabilities. These will include models that sell for less than 100,000 yuan, which is about 14,000 USD. In a previous life, at a previous company, at a previous job, I was a senior engineer that worked directly in the ADAS space. For them to have two out of three of their vehicles on level two ADAS, I have to say, I'm knowing, working hands on with this, being really in the depth of this, that this is quite a big advancement. And if they follow suit, and especially at this price point, I think it could be a huge game changer.
It also depends on how you define level two. Technically, according to SAE, just lane assist qualifies as a level two system, but some people are like, no, you have to have multiple versions of that to actually call a car level two. And that's when you talk about like Tesla self-drive, which is level two. Level two means you have to pay attention. You can't like not pay attention, but the car can do a lot of things for you. And so I think we're like, depending on how you define it, 30 to 50% of cars outside of China are sold with level two, at least when you're talking about Europe and the US. I wonder how many of these two out of three are that level two plus side of things, and how many are like, well, it has lane assist, so we get to count it, right? We don't know that either. I think it's good, but I think they're trying to, stretch it and make it sound even better than it is, because we're not talking about level three, and Europe has already got level three cars available that you can drive on the road from Mercedes. And I think there's one for sale in the US, or at least coming soon in the US this year. Level three is where you don't have to look at the road. That the car, as long as it's in conditions and areas that it can handle, will drive itself. And you just have to be available. You have to be present. You still have to have a steering wheel. You still have to have pedals, so that if it says, hey, I can't drive anymore, I'm going to come to a stop unless you take over, you can take over. And to me, level three is where it's at. Like, that's still going to be very expensive for a long time, but we are starting to see those. And I didn't see anything about that in this story.